Don't look now, but the situation that has seemed doomed, sad, and ridiculous to A's fans just may turn into the best case scenario. How did all of this happen? A's fans, you got yourselves a meeting to extend the Coliseum lease. Buckle up. Hey, let me take a moment just to say subscribe to this channel. Hit on that button right below me. You'll get fresh updates on all these new videos. I appreciate the support very much. Let's fight the good fight. Be one with my channel. So on Tuesday, news broke that the A's would be meeting with city and county officials on Thursday. Why? To discuss extending their lease beyond just this season. Biggest takeaway here, John Fisher is at least considering returning to Oakland for the next 4 years. Now, this upcoming year already cemented, but that next 3-year window, 2025, 26, and 27, the A's need a home as that imaginary ballpark in Vegas with dragons taking your tickets and mermaids at the beer stands is eventually built. We'll see. The reality of that ballpark actually getting financed and built is still a wonderful fever dream for Fisher and the MGM Mafia Dons. But let's give them their bowl of soup right now and act like it's gonna happen, okay? If it does, the idea of playing 3 seasons in an outdoor AAA park in Vegas is patently absurd. Good luck selling A's baseball to the new fans in aluminum bleachers, gravel parking lots, and 118-degree weather in the summer. And a squad of guys you've never heard of, because free agents aren't signing up for that experience, even if Fisher would dare spend his money. Which brings us to Sacramento, Salt Lake, and San Francisco, where the Giants play. Sure, any one of them might be better options than playing in a AAA ballpark in Vegas, but here's the rub. If Fisher leaves the Bay Area, he's not getting the next 3 years of his local TV money from NBC Sports Bay Area. And that's big, because that's the cash he needs. Insert side editorial here. See, this is what the Twitter gawkers don't realize when they scream, "No one goes to the games in Oakland! They're better off in Vegas!" Or, "Sure, it might be a smaller TV market, but there's money in Sin City." The strange reality is the A's have perhaps the best TV deal for any team in Major League Baseball based on their market. They make $67 million a year. Now, that's not the Yankees or Dodgers money, but compared to the bottom feeders of Major League Baseball, where the A's payroll floats, they're killing it. Compared to a middle-tier team, they're killing it. Compared to some recent world champions and major market teams, they're actually killing it. That $67 million paycheck annually goes away if they're playing the next 3 years in Sacramento or Vegas or Salt Lake. And the A's annual paycheck is more than the Diamondbacks, the NL champs, the Nationals, DC, recent World Series champs, the Padres, one of the biggest spenders in baseball, and the White Sox, the 3rd largest market in America. And $67 million a year is in the ballpark of the Astros and Cardinals, 2 of the most valuable franchises in the game. Yeah, there's empty seats in a decrepit stadium, and the payroll is a disgrace. But that's not due to a lack of television revenue. The A's make more than the Twins, Tigers, Royals, Rockies, Reds, Rays, Pirates, Orioles, Marlins, Guardians, and Brewers. And they're not all moving. Leaving the Bay Area because there's no revenue streams has always been the shell game played by Fishy Fisher. But here's where it's good for A's fans. Fisher needs that money if he's going to leave for Vegas. He needs that cash for a new ballpark in the desert because he's low on his own. He's on the hook for his own portion of it, and he needs that money to field a competitive team in the 3-year run-up to Vegas. Because if he trots out the cheapest, worst, most anonymous team in baseball in Sin City, he'll look like the league's biggest loser. which he is, but I digress. This brings us to the lease extension meetings on Thursday. This has to be the least comfortable solution for Fishy Fisher and all of baseball. They got to play 4 lame duck seasons potentially in a football stadium that's falling down, which means if Fisher is willing to discuss that, he needs the cash. And that means he's desperate. And that means there's leverage for the city. 2 possible ways the city of Oakland can get its pound of flesh from Fisher: give him the extension on the lease, but they get to keep the name the A's and demand perhaps an expansion team, which I think are kind of pretty much one of the same. I mean, think of the Browns. They left Cleveland in 1996 to become the Baltimore Ravens. But the history of the Browns, the jerseys, the players, autographed to Bernie Kosar, remained in Northeast Ohio. What happened? The NFL put an expansion team back in Cleveland 4 years later. All right, we get it. The importance of the A's to baseball might not be the same as the Browns to football, but there's at least a precedent in professional sports. And if Oakland watches the worst owner in sports leave so that they inherit a new owner with a supposed expansion team, and they're still called the A's and can still claim Reggie Jackson, Dave Stewart, Vida Blue, and the rest of them, well, that's actually the biggest win possible. I want to read to you a passage from ESPN's Jeff Passan, who's as elite a baseball writer as we have covering the sport. He writes, "A return to the Coliseum, quote, would mean a near daily relitigation of a move that a number of power brokers around the sport still see as short-sighted and wrong," end of quote. I'm focused on the last part there. A number of power brokers around the sport still see this as short-sighted and wrong. Perhaps this is the first step for the puzzle pieces to begin fitting into that perfect mosaic that sees baseball stay in Oakland after a short hiatus, maybe after Fisher leaves and until the expansion team gets there, all because the owners realize leaving a hole in the East Bay with that television money in there is bad business. Either way, the only logical solution to the next 4 years really is for the A's to play at the Coliseum. And if that happens, and the talks go well on Thursday, the city gains leverage for something, and A's fans have an extra presidential term to hang "Sell the team" banners across the Coliseum. Vengeance. Hey, thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate your support as always. Leave a comment below. Can't wait to see what you think about this. Also, as always, click on this button right here to subscribe to the channel. I appreciate you coming back for more videos and get notifications on new ones. I'm DA, Damon Amendolara. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.